Alright guys, so here we are with the Winnebago Minnie. It is a 2801 BHS, so it has bunks in it. So we'll start with the front door. Every time you open up your front door, your screen door will come with it. You can take it away and pull your slider to where you can have fresh air and no bugs. And then that day you go to shut the door, your screen door will come back with it. Now on your steps here, always sweep them off before you tuck them in. If not, you just wasted all that time cleaning your unit because all that trash is going to fall right back in. Pick it up, shake it off a bit, and tuck it in. Make sure your latch is behind that door frame. If not, your door won't shut properly. So your front door shuts right behind it. Like I said, now if you didn't get those steps shut properly, it'll do this. So you just adjust your steps and then it'll shut properly. You do have your grab handle here, so you can have it to help you get into the trailer. You can move it during traveling, so that way it helps keep the door shut in case it didn't latch properly. Or you can move it totally out of the way if you're taking heavy stuff in, big totes or anything like that. This here is your furnace. So we put the bug cover on here to protect the dirt daubers, bees, and wasps from going in there and making a home. The top part blows out hot and the bottom part sucks in the cold air. This here is your freshwater fill. So when you're going to be traveling and carrying water with you or dry camping, you're going to put your water hose in here and fill up your tank. If you're going to be traveling, I recommend 1/3 to 2/3 worth of water. If you're going to be dry camping, you're going to fill it up all the way. So you'll just put the water hose there, stand the kid here. When they start screaming, it's because your fresh tank's full. Water will start shooting back out at them. And then down here, I guess it's on the opposite side. So here are your low point drains. So you have a hot line and a cold line. So when you get ready to store your unit, you're not going to use it. You're going to want to turn those valves to let the water out. Then you'll open up all your water faucets, so that way it helps push all that water out of the water faucets and down through the low point drains. And also open the pressure release valve on your water heater. That'll also help push the water out. Here is your TV plug and then a park cable plug. So if you wanted to set a TV up outside and watch the news or the game, you're able to do that. This hole here is an override for your slide out. So if for some reason your slide out doesn't want to operate and come in the way it's supposed to, we always want you to be able to come home. So you'll be able to stick your override handle in there and manually crank that slide out in. This here is your water heater. So always make sure you have water in that water heater before you turn it on, because you could blow your tank. So after you pulled your low point drains, you're going to want to close those, put water in through your city water connection or your freshwater connection, and then turn on your hot water line to purge the air out of your water lines and to allow water to go into the water heater. I always pull this pressure release valve. If water comes out, I know I have water in my water heater. And then this little cap here, this is another way you can drain your water heater. You just remove that cap and all that water comes out. This here is your pass-through storage. So this is where you're going to put all your lawn gear, all your camping things. So you'll just shove it in there. This here is your override handles, one for the tongue jack, one for the stabilizer jacks, and you can also use it for your slide out override. But it's really easier to get a socket and a drill and do it that way. This here is your tongue jack. So I want to tell you how to not tear up your other jacks by operating this jack. So always start with the front of the trailer and then work your way to the back of the trailer. So always level front to back first, so that way when you go to put your stabilizer jacks down, you don't put pressure on them once you put them down. Because if you go to operate this jack after you have them down, you'll put pressure on them and then bend them. And then here's your 7-way. This is what you're gonna hook up to your truck, so that way you have power, lights and brakes. And this here is your breakaway cable, so you'll take this off, hook this up to the truck. So that way, if for some reason you lose the trailer from the truck, it'll pull this clip out and it'll lock up the trailer brakes on you. So you'll be able to control it and slow down. Alright. So on this bumper pull, you do get the bigger tanks. So always make sure they're nice and tight. You don't want them rocking down 45. You do have a regulator where you get to choose which tank you're feeding from, but I still recommend leaving one on, leaving one off, so that way it doesn't automatically feed from the other one once this one goes empty. So just turn this lever to tell which tank you would like to feed from. When this is green, it's good. When it's red, it's empty. And then back here is your battery. So it's already hooked up. When you're going to store your unit and not use it for a while, you're going to want to turn that battery disconnect to off. So that way you don't drain your battery, because your carbon monoxide detector and your refrigerator run off of your battery all the time. So right here is a knob. It's on green at the moment because the battery disconnect's turned on. But when you turn it to the red, you've turned your battery disconnect off. So that way you can save your battery. And when you come back, you'll turn it to green and you'll have full battery power. And with the Winnebagos, you also get the solar panel charge. So you already have a solar panel that is attached to the roof, and it trickle charges that battery, which will help run your water pump, your water heater, your lights, and refrigerator. This here is your emergency window. So this is the window you're going to jump out of if you have a fire inside the trailer. You'll just open it from the inside and push everyone out. Here are the buttons for your stabilizer jacks. So when I put my stabilizer jacks down, I want to put them down long enough, or down enough to where there's a little bit of pressure to keep it from locking. So when you hear that different tone of it, that's when you want to stop. Now if you go inside and she's still a little rocky, you can come out here and add a few clicks to it to help sturdy her up. So one button works one side, the other button works the other side. But you can manually bring them up and down if you need to. So that way if something happens, you can always come home. So here's your holding tank. One of them. So this is going to be your gray tank. So I believe this one is for the bathroom, your shower and your bathroom sink. So you'll pull this lever and it'll dump all that stuff down into the sewer. And then always make sure you close it back up, because you don't want water to come out on you when you go to open that cap. And you do, all 4 windows on your slide out do open, so you'll have a nice little breeze through. Now with this unit, you do have multiple dumps, so you would need to get 2 sewer hoses, a wide connection, and then go down into the ground. So this is your second sewer. This one is going to be your black one, and then this one will be your other gray one. This will be for your bathroom. So the front one's for your kitchen, the back one's for your bathroom. So you got your black handle here, and you got another black handle here. So I'm hoping this one's for the toilet and that one's for the shower. And then you also have your stabilizer buttons here for your back vent. Alright. Now on this one you do also have an outside shower, so you'll be able to operate hot and cold. To rinse feet off or take a shower if you're not shy to shower outside. This here is your city water connection. This is what you're going to hook up to when you're at a campground. So you'll hook up here, turn the water on, and the water automatically goes through all your water lines. This here is your black tank flush. So this is what you're going to use whenever you get ready to store your unit. You're not going to use it for a while. You don't want to come back to baked poo. So you're going to want to flush that tank out. So you put your water hose up to it, you shut your valves, pay attention to your sensors on the inside. You do not want to flood your unit from the toilet. You'll come back to a very unsanitary situation. So pay attention to your sensors. Once it gets up to 2/3 or full, turn your water off, come out here, pull your valve, and all that stuff will go down into the ground. Here is your satellite and cable hookup. So you got coax hookups underneath them. So if you'd like, you can hook up to the campground, or if you carry your own satellite dish, you can hook up there and watch TV. This here is a 30 amp unit, so you do have a 30 amp power cord. And then you got your spare tire. This one's really cool because you have a rear entry door, but you can fold this bunk up and put bikes in there. You can store stuff in there. If you have a kayak, maybe you can put a kayak in there, or canoe, all up to you. But it does just push up and latch. You do have a ladder to get on the roof, so if you want to get up there and sunbathe or something, or check everything out, you can do that. And then you do have this separate outside shower port. So when you're over here, you can rinse the other kid off, or the dog, or you can rinse whatever dishes off that you have going on your outside kitchen. So this one's really cool. It's a griddle or a grill. So you'll just turn your stove on, you'll hook up all your propane connections. So your propane hose hooks up back here, and then it goes down and underneath.